Strange.
incest.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. It's getting worse and worse by the second. Okay.
Like this one, for example. It could either be a delicious uncut pear or a decaying prolapsed anus.
Nigga, what? I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Historically speaking, Reddit has been used for life advice and just to chill. But today we're gonna check out some of the worst subreddits used by some of the scum of humanity. Reddit's most disturbing communities.
The content of this video may be disturbing to some people and arousing to others.
Whoa,
Proceed with
whoa, you cannot start with that type of intro, bro.
The internet of today is nowhere near as horrendous as it was just a few years ago. Most shock sites have been shut down.
I would disagree. Have you ever been on Twitter?
And Reddit is just a watered down version of what it once was. That being said, you can still find some pretty f***ed up things on Reddit to this day.
If I had to say, I think most people use Reddit for advice or for OnlyFans leaks, bruh. There's no in between.
And in this video, we're gonna take a look at some of Reddit's most disgusting community. r/ratemypoop. Believe it or not, this is the least disturbing one we're gonna be talking about today.
What?
I mean, don't get me wrong.
This is light?
Gross.
There is nothing you could say to justify this. At first, I was thinking maybe you're sending it in to doctors and doctors are rating it to see how healthy your gut is. But even then, that's weird.
Is pretty much exactly as advertised. People will post a photo of their bowel movements and people in the comments will rate it. Simple as that. Anti-children subreddit. So we're gonna start off with r/childfree.
Huh?
On the surface, this just seems like a community for people who aren't interested in having children.
I'm confused.
But pretty quickly, you'll come to realize that these people just straight up hate kids.
Okay.
And when I say hate, I don't mean they find them slightly annoying. I'm talking about a
despise.
real burning hatred for children.
Okay.
They hate kids more than I hate Franklin the Turtle. I think
what did my nigga Franklin the Turtle do to catch this stray?
this user sums up the entire subreddit pretty well. I don't love children, but just don't want any of my own. I do not like kids and don't like to be around them.
Okay.
I don't find pregnancy to be a beautiful miracle. I think everything about it is disgusting and horrific. To be gross, sticky, germy, and loud.
Damn.
I'm not gonna say that everybody in this subreddit thinks like this woman, but a good amount of them do. For people who have kids, they refer to women who have kids as breeders, and they refer to children as crotch fruit. Look at this. Sister with 9 crotch fruit, bitter that I spent $400 on a cat. So I sent a donation.
How much you want to bet these niggas play League of Legends?
To Planned Parenthood.
Don't ask me why I know.
I spent $9,000 on a vacation and my breeder cousin called me disgusting. Listen, man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big kids guy either. All right?
Yo, to call somebody a breeder, that's like Lana Rhoades level of thought. You can't just call anybody that.
Right, I think they're kind of annoying, but this is just so bitter and hateful and gross that I've decided I'm gonna have 3 kids just to spite these people. So
damn.
I'm gonna pick 3 lucky people at random and impregnate their moms. If you want to be chosen, just comment Dantavius, please impregnate my mom for a chance to have Dantavius Jr. as your sibling. There's another subreddit called Antinatalism.
What's
and
this?
These people don't just hate kids, they think having children should be a crime. Antinatalism is a philosophical belief that having children is morally wrong and cannot be justified. They basically believe that bringing a child into this fucked up world will only create pain and suffering for the kid.
Okay, let them cook. Let them cook. Hey, because I've seen people with this ideology where they're like, oh, I didn't ask to be brought up into this world. Things like that. Like, be grateful, dude. I mean, unless you're born into like some very crazy situation where your life is cooked from the minute you're spawned in, like a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 spawn killer, then I understand.
Therefore is irresponsible and wrong. And even though I don't agree with that, it's at least more understandable than just hating kids. r/breeding. On the other side of those anti-kid subreddits, you have r/breeding, which is a fetish sub. These people are aroused by women getting pregnant and getting women pregnant, which is pretty fucking weird, but also not surprising at all.
Strange.
r/incest.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, it's getting worse and worse by the second.
Listen, man, call me old-fashioned, but I think having intercourse with your relatives is fucking weird.
Okay.
I know everybody's only saying don't kink shame, don't kink shame. Well, that, all right?
You had me in the first half.
If your kink is wanting to bang one of your relatives, you should absolutely be ashamed of yourself.
I've seen people say that like second cousin is where it's cool. To me, it's crazy regardless. If it's in the blood, you can't have fun. That was supposed to rhyme, it didn't rhyme, my bad.
All right? People 5,000 years ago knew you weren't supposed to bang your siblings. But apparently there's at least 250,000 people who disagree with me. The r/incest subreddit has over 290,000
I'm low-key prompted to check out some of these subreddits. Maybe for a different video, I should.
subscribers. And this is some truly depraved stuff, man. Sisters banging brothers, moms banging sons, uncles banging cousins. It's a goddamn free-for-all.
And I'll bang you.
Now, this is pretty depressing on its own, but it gets much, much worse. There's another subreddit called r/inbreeding, and their banner says, when just f***ing your family isn't enough. These people believe not only should you have coitus with your family, but you should also have kids with them because it's like a good thing.
I'm pretty sure like this is how you create a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Currently trying for a baby with my son.
Do y'all know what that one thing was called where it's like you put human sperm inside of an egg and it creates like, let me look it up. A homunculus. That's what it is. That's how you create a homunculus.
If we are successful, I hope to encourage my son to begin breeding with his daughter/sister the second she turns 18. What do y'all think? Keep it in the family?
Why? Hey, call this a reach, but I feel like there's got to be some type of like white supremacist ideology where you want to keep the bloodline clean or some shit. I don't know. Because why?
Definitely. There will be one big happy incest family to play with in the coming years.
This got to be satire, bro. This got to be satire. That's the answer.
Super lucky son. Definitely the best to keep it in the family. Makes them bond super tight. Oof.
We got to revoke some rights to parenthood. I'm sorry, bro. Because like what?
Anymore, man. I'm too uncomfortable with this Freudian bullshit. r/coming on figurines. I found this one on an iceberg chart on Reddit, and it just stood out to me.
No.
It's exactly what you think it is. That's all I'm gonna select. Is very accurate. r/iBlech. iBlech is the opposite of eye bleach. And let me tell you, I was on this subreddit for like 30
black
seconds
eyes
total. Like I already saw in my short time browsing a dude get beheaded, another guy with his brain hanging out, genitals mutilated in multiple ways. In short,
what is the subreddit about?
Honestly, I'm surprised this subreddit hasn't been banned yet. 50-50. This one is kind of like iBlech, but only half as bad. I mean, pretty much everybody knows about 50-50, but in case you don't, each post on here has a 50% chance of being something horrendous and a 50% chance of being something delightful.
Okay.
Like this one, for example. It could either be a delicious uncut pear or a decaying prolapsed anus.
Nigga, what? I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Why? What emotion does this bring out of you, bro?
You got to figure that one out for yourself. Actually, don't. It was a pear. It was a pear. Don't go on this subreddit. But honestly, this one's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, sure, you might see some stuff that will scar you for the rest of your
Yeah, man, you might see a decaying anus, but you could also see a pear, so that's fine.
Your life, but it's quirky. r/sounding. Oh man,
you make beats here?
One is messed up.
I'm gonna guess. This is where different artists go on subreddits to promote their music.
Sounding is the practice of inserting objects into the urethra for sexual or mental pleasure. So whatever you're imagining right now, it's 10 times worse than that. Okay, I wasn't even close. I literally saw a stapler inside a guy's pee-pee.
Yo, bro, how is that biologically possible, dude? Show me the way. Not that I want to know, and not that I want to see it either. Let me just stop talking, actually.
r/sounding meetups where I guess guys meet up to stick each. I don't know. r/blueberry. This is like the most specific fetish I've ever heard of. So, you guys remember Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah.
Where that girl chews a stick of gum and it turns her into a giant blueberry?
I remember.
According to Vice.com,
the inspiration for queso?
The blueberry kink is a subgenre of several other kinks. It combines force feeding, expansion or inflation porn, supersized, big beautiful women, as well as elements of bondage and submission. So there you have it. This just goes...
This shit is weird as hell, bruh. You mean to tell me that they find Big Mom from One Piece attractive? All right.
That anything you can think of has been sexualized in some way, all right? Rule 34 is not just a theory. It's a fact. Then you got r/LSD, which turns the cringe up to 11. These people think that LSD will solve all of the problems in the world and has zero consequences.
Yeah, these people are weird as hell.
They also think that they're the most enlightened and brilliant people.
You're not woke, bro. You just popped a couple perks, okay? And now you see some colors and hallucinations.
On the planet for doing it. But at the end of the day, LSD still probably won't ruin your life. Unlike the more hardcore stuff like r/crack, r/heroin, and r/meth. And you're probably thinking to yourself, these subreddits are probably for people who are trying to recover from addiction, and they're just
I wasn't thinking that.
For support
no.
network. Wrong.
These people are using this like the dark web, except it's public. Are you freaking stupid, bro? The government can track down each and every one of our moves.
Majority of people in these subreddits have no intention of quitting anytime soon.
Right?
So the content mostly consists of memes about doing these drugs, but the worst thing is people egging each other on. In the r/meth subreddit, the top rated post is a guy flushing his stash down the toilet and saying he's done being an addict.
Clap it up, clap it up.
Comments were supportive, but then you have comments like this. Why would you stop? What a waste of time. I can barely get any up here in Wisconsin. You just go flush your shit. God.
Yo, this guy is a full-blown addict, bruh. This might be Walter White.
Gosh, that pisses me off. I respect you for wanting to get clean, but why not just sell it or something? Hey, man, he's right. Didn't your parents tell you there's kids in Africa who don't even have meth? And you're just gonna waste it? Absolutely selfish. r/corned beef approved too. This sub is called The Home of Degeneracy, and for good reason. So a while back, Reddit user Corned Beef made his own subreddit that basically curated the most disgusting stuff on Reddit. If something was horrendous enough, it was deemed to be corned beef approved. And the original sub got banned last year, but this one was made shortly after. Like, seriously, I know every time I ask you guys not to look something up, you're just gonna go and do it anyways. But just this one time.
So you're not gonna tell us what's in it?
I can't even begin to describe the types of things I saw. But by far, the worst thing I came across was a photo of Nikocado Avocado getting stooped by his boyfriend. And
Excuse me, dude? Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, man, that's gonna do it for me, bro. In conclusion, if you're gonna be on Reddit, use it to find life advice, not for these things. Because some of these subreddits need to be shut down and the people within them need to be locked up. That's gonna do it for me. It's Love Law. I love you, and I'm out.